Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Rebels Radio as we're here for you this afternoon here at Arbour Park for this Panorama National League South clash between Slough Town the Rebels and Dulwich Hamlet. Dulwich Hamlet all in pink here today, and their fans are here in good numbers, so it's a colourful afternoon here at Arbour Park, and we will bring you all of the action as it happens this afternoon. So welcome to Rebels Radio. My name is Aid. I am your host with the most is the wrong way to describe me, but I'm your host for this afternoon. And if you want to get in contact with us, you can do so on a couple of ways. You can do so via Twitter. It's at MyFC Rebels Radio, all one word, all in lowercase. Or if you're listening on the YouTube, there is a bit that says comments, and that will come through to us here. And we will give you a shout out telling you who you are, who you're listening, and what's happening going on. So as usual, Rebels Radio is brought to you by our two sponsors. They are MyFC, the online football community. You can find more about them on their Pachero website, and just type in Pachero and MyFC, and that will come up with all their latest bits on there. And also the other sponsors are the Slough Town Supporters Trust as well, and you can find that at sloughtown-supporterstrust.co.uk, or if you go via the main Slough Town website, under news there is news and trust news. And a huge thanks to both of our sponsors for purchasing a new microphone, which we'll have ready for next this Saturday coming. Obviously it's Bank Holiday Mannyday, isn't it? So we'll have a new microphone ready for Saturday, where we are away to Chelmsford. Talking about where we are going and what we're doing, just a couple of things for you. Away games for the Rebels coming up. We are away this Saturday coming, that is the 1st of September. We are away to Chelmsford City. So 3 o'clock kickoff. Now please, if you are planning to go to that game, then please be aware that it is actually cheaper to buy your ticket online before the day. So if you buy it, if you turn up on the gate and buy it, it's a little bit dearer. So if you do want to go to the game and you don't mind buying stuff online, then purchase your ticket online. Hold on a second. Apologies there, just putting in that half-time order. So that is the game there at Chelmsford. Then the following Saturday, Slough will be at home to Oxford City. That's a 3 o'clock kickoff. That is the 8th of September. Then on the 15th of September, Slough are away to Eastbourne Borough. Those are your up-and-coming games for the Rebels this afternoon. So thank you very much for joining us here at Rebels Radio. We'll give you all the live action as it happens, as the game comes on, and we'll give you the scores from the other games in the National League South for you. And those games are today, it's Bath City versus Weston-super-Mare, managerless Billericay versus St Albans, Concord Rangers versus Welling United, Dartford versus East Thurrock, it's Eastbourne Borough versus Woking, Gloucester City versus Torquay United, Hampton and Richmond Borough at home to Chippenham, Hemel Hempstead versus Chelmsford, Oxford City versus Wealdstone, and Truro are at home to Hungerford. Those are your games for this afternoon, and we'll try and keep you up to date with those scores as they happen. We'll run through the two sides for you in a second as well. And just a couple of things for you. Today's match sponsor is Strads, and that stands for the Slough Town Real Ale Drinkers Society. And that's Strads, our match sponsors for you this afternoon. We also have a mascot here today, and that is Katie Giles. She is a junior Rebel, so she's got one of those season tickets to get you a shirt as well, and she is today's mascot. And of course, if you are a junior Rebel, you do get a reduced price cost if you do wish to become a match day mascot. So please, if you've got kids and stuff that you want to get involved with that, you can do bring them down, and we'll join them all on there. So like I say, we'll run through the two sides for you for the first time this afternoon, starting with the away side. Dulwich Hamlet will be all in pink with a dark blue stripe down the side of their kit. 4 in goal for them is Preston Edwards, 2 is Anthony Cook, 3 is Sanchez Ming, 4 Ibrahim Cargbo, 5 is Quaid Taylor, 6 is the captain Michael Kamara, 7 is Nyron Clunes, 8 Ashley Carew, 9 is Gavin Tomlin, 6 is Dominic Rose, and 11 is Walter Figuera. There are 4 changes to the Dulwich Hamlet side from Saturday. That's Ming, Carew, Tomlin and Figuera coming in. Substitutes for Dulwich Hamlet this afternoon, and please my apologies if I pronounce some of these wrong, but it's Ko Gimeres, wears 12, 17 is Michael Onigvigwan, 14 is Dippy Akinyemi, 15 Daniel Papo, and 16 is Nathan Green. For the Rebels, there are 6 changes from Saturday's game. In goal is Jack Turner, 2 Sean Fraser, 3 George Wells, 4 is Guy Hollis, 5 is the captain Sam Togwell, 6 is Lee Togwell, 7 is James Dobson, 8 is Simon Dunn, 9 is Ben Harris, 10 Perry Coles, and 11 is Louis Saws. Substitutes for the Rebels this afternoon are Mark Nisbet wearing 12, 14 is Scott Davis, Warren Harris 15, 16 Chris Flood, and 18 is Manny Williams. Those are your teams. I'll run through those for you again just before kick-off. Your referee this afternoon is Richard Gardner. His 2 assistants are Jack Bonnick and Tom Fell. So there you go. And if you do want to get in contact with us here at Rebels Radio this afternoon, you can do so via Twitter. It's at MyFC Rebels Radio, all one word, all in lowercase. Or also you can do so on the app. What you're listening to is YouTube, and there's a comments page on there, and you'll come through to us here, and we'll give you a shout out. Tell us who you are, where you're listening from, and we'll give you a big shout out. Good afternoon to Warren Carter, who's watching a Punch and Judy show while just starting to listen to us here at Rebels Radio. So that's a interesting one for you there. We'll run through the 2 sides for you again just before that. And if you do want to get in contact, if you're on the YouTube channel, it comes through as comments on yours. You do need to be a subscriber to the YouTube channel for it to work, but it's just a matter of joining up with a password and whatever, as you would do with anything normal, really. So there you go. Don't feel free to come through and chat to us here at Arbour Park. So we're just waiting for the 2 sides to get ready here, and good healthy crowd have made it into Arbour Park for this Bank Holiday Mannyday. I keep calling it, it's Bank Holiday Mannyday after his performances in that last Bank Holiday fixture away to Kings Lynn in the playoff final. So just waiting for the 2 sides to come out here, and like I say, a good number of Dulwich Hamlet fans have made the journey here this afternoon, and we're just got a few people just taking their seats in the main stand, which is pretty busy here. Then also the east stand side, if you've never been to Arbour Park, is filling up nicely as well. So should be a good crowd here today. The 2 managers have just gone over to the Dulwich management team of Gavin Rose over there, and they've introduced themselves. We've already had a chat earlier on today, and they're just making their way as we just wait for the 2 sides to come out from the tunnel this afternoon. So in case you haven't heard the news, that Billericay Town in the headlines for various different reasons are back in there again. They sacked their manager after defeat to Chippenham Town on Saturday, where they lost 2-0, and manager Harry Wheeler has been sacked by the chairman. I'm sure he'll be reinstated most probably before today's game's even gone on. But I would also like to congratulate Mark Nisbet, who on Saturday played his 100th game for the Rebels. So congratulations to Mark Nisbet for hitting that target there. We've just got a few fans down at the front. I think it must be the family of today's mascot, Katie Giles, just waiting for it. The weather is holding off here. It's very overcast here at Arbour Park. Very grey clouds, but no sign of any rain coming over. So it's here come your 2 sides for you now. So we'll run through those 2 sides for you again. The starting 11s for Dulwich Hamlet, who are all in pink with little blue stripes striped down the side of the shorts and on the little bit of the back. In goal for them is Preston Edwards, 2 is Anthony Cook, 3 Sanchez Ming, 4 Ibrahim Cargo, 5 Quaid Taylor, 6 is the captain Michael Kamara, 7 Nyron Clunes, 8 Ashley Carew, 9 Gavin Tomlin, 10 Dominic Vose, and 11 is Walter Figuera. For the Rebels, it's Jack Turner in goal, 2 Sean Fraser, 3 George Wells, 4 Guy Hollis, is 5 Sam Togwell, who's the captain, 6 is Lee Togwell, 7 James Dobson, 8 Simon Dunn, 9 Ben Harris, 10 Perry Coles, and 11 is Louis Saws. Those are your starting 11s for the two sides this afternoon. The referee is Richard Gardner, assistant Tom is Jack Bonnick and Tom Fowles. So there you go, that is all you need to know for this afternoon. We're just awaiting for the referee to get the ball and check the nets over there. Good afternoon to Marchacho, who's listening in as the Dulwich players just go through a little bit of warm-up here. And both sides are in this league after coming through the playoffs and winning them last season. And it's going to be... what do people think they're going here? So we're just waiting for the Dulwich Hamlet players to get into position. So now look, they are ready for this one here at the moment. And we'll have you the kick-off in a second. Referee just calling over the two captains this afternoon. And of course these two teams did meet last season here at Arbour Park in the FA Cup. Slough won that game 3-2 with goals from Brad Watkins, Lee Togwell and Manny Williams for Dulwich Hamlet. It was Mark Weatherstone and Nyron Clunis who scored, but Dulwich Hamlet did go down to 10 men just before half time, which made a slight impact there. The little mascot has just made her way off. The two captains are in the centre, just getting ready to choose. Slough will look like they want to shoot from right to left for this first half. Looks like they're actually going to swap. Just as I say that, everyone's going to swap, and Slough will be shooting from left to right this afternoon. It's always going to be the way, wasn't it? As soon as I said that, you knew that was going to be what's going to happen. So Slough will be shooting from left to right this afternoon. All those fans who have made that long walk round to behind the goal now have to walk all the way back. And we're here ready with the kickoff in a second for you, bringing you all the action as it happens. And Jack Turner in his white goalkeeping kit this afternoon. Preston Edwards, the Dulwich goalkeeper, in a light blue kit. Long gone the days of a green goalkeeping kit. As we just wait for... looks like Slough will have the kick-off here as well this afternoon. And it's Perry Cole standing over the ball here for the Rebels. As this huge rush of fans making the switch behind the goals. The referee just making sure that both goalkeepers are happy here. And the game kicks off. And it's Slough with the ball here with the left back George Wells. Wells a couple of yards inside his own half. Flicks the ball forwards, looking for the run of Perry Coles down that far hand side. Coles gets there first, but immediately closed down by two players. Cook is there, and it's a free kick already to the visiting side for a foul by Perry Coles. And it'll be taken by the goalkeeper Preston Edwards, level with his 18-yard box, but just a little bit to the side as he takes this ball. Long kick down the field here, and it's won by Sam Togwell for Slough. He'll get a chance to win a second header in a battle with Figuera. It's won back here by Dunn, who plays the ball forwards from Wells, and a chase here for Ben Harris, but it's Kamara, the captain, who hooks the ball out of play, and Slough have a throw on that far hand side. And they're going to leave it for Sam Togwell to come across. Actually, sorry, Guy Hollis is going across to take that one. And Sam Togwell makes his way into the box here. A throw for the Rebels, around about 20 yards away from the Dulwich Hamlet goal. And it's Guy Hollis over on that far hand side, looking to arch his back to put a long throw into the box. Here it is, a good long throw. Headed away well though by Kamara. Comes here to Lee Togwell. He takes it on his chest. He's being closed down by Clunes, but has the ball here to the right back Sean Fraser. Fraser just chipping the ball into the box, looking for Ben Harris. Gets a little push in the back there. Referee says no foul. And Sam Togwell wins the ball back here for Slough under pressure from Figuera, but it's here with Lee Togwell. Spreads out to George Wells. Wells cuts inside past Figuera and chips the ball in, looking for Ben Harris. Got with the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper's fouled by as Ben Harris goes up with the goalkeeper. The referee says that that's a foul and a free kick, and it's a free kick to Dulwich Hamlet inside their penalty area. And looks a little bit of one of those ones where goalkeepers tend to get protected too well in the modern day this afternoon, but it's Slough who have had the better of this opening 2 minutes, but it's Preston Edwards with this free kick for Dulwich Hamlet. Long kick by him, easily headed away by Sam Togwell. It'll come here to James Dobson, who flicks it on. Cole's trying to flick it into the path of Dunn. Dunn here up against Cargbo. Does well to find James Dobson on the left-hand side. Dobson running at Cook down this near side. Crosses first time, looking for Ben Harris at the far post. It's away though by Ming, and it comes out here towards Lee Togwell. Finds Sean Fraser. Ben Harris is on the right for him here. Inside to Lee Togwell. Well recognised there by the ball, but it's closed down by Sean Fraser. It finds Saws inside the box, and he finds Togwell, who chips the ball to the far hand side. Are we going to call that a shot? I think we'll call that a shot off target from Lee Togwell, and the first shot of the day goes out of play. Just trying to chip the goalkeeper there, but to no avail. Out for a goal kick, and Slough will have enjoyed these better of these bits. Good afternoon to Tequila Shark and to Graham, who's listening in. Thank you all very much for joining us here, and we'll keep you up to date with the scores from the other games as we can, as we wait for the goalkeeper Edwards to go and take this goal kick. And it's a long kick by him right in front of us here, headed on by Saws, who's playing right wing, and it's here for Ben Harris to chase. It's hooked clear, goes straight out of play, and it's a throw to the Rebels with Sean Fraser taking it towards Sam Togwell. Togwell under pressure, pull back pass, and Turner has to come out for the Rebels to get there first, and it's a long ball by him, puts Edwards under pressure, and he does well, falling backwards to manage to grab that ball there. And Jack Turner almost with almost shot a goal there from inside his own half, but there seems to be an injury in the Billericay game. There's a long kick here again, aimed this time to Clunis, headed away by Sam Togwell. It's volleyed clear by Wells, and it's going to be taken down by Cargid. Gets the ball back here from Carew and plays it down the line. Sean Fraser first to the ball, and then Ben Harris calls and flicks the ball on, looking for the run of Coles. Coles will chase that one down, and it's all the way here with the goalkeeper. Coles almost got a block too. That one is cleared here, looking for Figuera, headed away by Wells, and Dobson will keep the ball in for Slough. Tries to back heel it. Cook for the challenge, and it's out of play. Comes off Cook last. It's a throw to Slough. Taken quickly here by the throw by Wells towards Jack Turner, the Slough goalkeeper. And he launches a long kick down the field here, looking for Saws. Saws will try and keep this ball in down this right hand side here, up against Ming. Ming does well to win the ball back. Hits it straight at Ben Harris, and the ball spins, stays in play. And it's seen out though by Ming in the full corner for a goal kick. And it's a goal kick for Dulwich Hamlet. Slough again with the better of these early moments here, but still 0-0 with 6 minutes of the game gone. And it's going to be the goalkeeper Preston Edwards with this kick. And a long kick by him. It's one back by Hollis. It's Lee Togwell, who finds Dobson in a bit of space. Dobson being urged to travel with the ball, and does so. Travels 30-40 yards. Still running with it. Hits a low shot. It's a skipper, and unfortunately for Slough, it was a little bit of a shot that was well wide of the goal. Ben Harris wasn't expecting it to be there, and unfortunately couldn't get on to the end of that one. So we've apologies that you're getting some buffering. It's just the internet signal's a little bit rubbish here at the moment this afternoon. That's why you're getting a bit of lost sound there, but hopefully you're all right now. Headed away by Hollis, hooked away though by Lee Togwell, finding Coles. Coles holds the ball up well and finds Dobson. Dobson chipping the ball forwards for Ben Harris to chase. Ball catches in the grass, and it's well cleared in the end by Taylor. And here with Cook, the right back, who plays down the field. And Sam Togwell for Slough comes across. It's one back by Hollis, and he just plays a pull back pass, which Turner was really quick onto to win the ball. And the ball's here with Simon Dunn. Finds Dobson back in towards Dunn from Wells. Dunn with a chance to run with the ball. Crosses it across field here towards Swords. Swords has the ball 30 yards away from goal. Cuts inside onto his left foot and hits a shot that's way over the top of the bar. And it's out of play for another goal kick. Slough with the better of the chances here. Just a bit careful, Slough, with these back passes that they're doing here at the moment. And there you go. So my apologies that you are losing a little bit of signal here this afternoon. It's just a big crowd. I think full of piggybacking on our internet signal, but hopefully you're okay at the moment. Edwards with this goal kick here, and again aimed here towards Clunis. It is Clunis that fixed the ball on, only as far as Hollis, and the ball skips off and hits the bar windows there, but it's a throw here to Slough, which Guy Hollis will take to try and put a bit of distance in this throw, and aimed here towards Ben Harris. It's mitts there. It's Taylor in the end who clears the ball. Clunis jumps wildly at it, comes through to Hollis, who tries to find Wells. Wells has to head the ball back towards Jack Turner in the Slough goal, under pressure from Figueira. It's like the 7 and 11, which is Figueira and Clunis, are playing up front for Dulwich. Flicked on here by James Dobson to find Coles. Coles down the left-hand side, being forced into the corner by Kamara, but Wells is there for Slough as an outlet, and Wells crosses to the back post. It's headed away by Taylor, then flicked on here by Carew, and it comes out here towards Clunis, who's tackled by Lee Togwell, but it breaks here to Vos, who plays the ball down the field, and Jack Turner's there for Slough, hits it immediately on the ball, but Cook has plenty of time to control the ball. Loses it though to Dobson. Dobson with a chance to run at the defence, just getting caught there, but still running in, and then Cook comes back and does well to win it off him inside the penalty box, and then a foul by James Dobson means it's a free kick to the travelling side here, and Slough almost had the ball run for them then, but just didn't fall nicely for James Dobson. Couldn't get away from Cook, the right back. And there's a quick free kick taken here by Dulwich Hamlet and played across here towards Taylor. Taylor has plenty of time to play it. If you can hear a lot of shouting, that's the Dulwich Hamlet manager Rose, as Ben Harris slides in to try and block the ball. Ball played forward here for Clunis to come across. So Hollis is there though with the clearance, and out of play for a throw to Dulwich Hamlet. And it's Ming that looks to take this throw quickly in towards Cargbo. Back here towards Ming. Ming plays the ball. He takes the deflection and finds Carew. Flicked on trying to find Clunis. Clunis can turn and finds Carew on the wrap. Gets into the box. He gets to the byline. Oh, he just can't control it. And it's a poor touch there by the number 8, Ashley Carew. Done well to get into the box and get to the byline, but just couldn't keep the ball in from going out of play. And it's out of play for a goal kick to the Rebels. Tequila Shot, we are shooting from left to right this afternoon for this first half. We'll try and keep up to date with some scores. Jack Turner takes this long kick here, trying to find Dobson on that far hand side. Wins this header easily, but it's only as far as Kamara, who volleys the ball clear. Headed away by Sam Togwell. Done, flicked it on, only as far as Cargbo. Cargbo turns in towards there's a slip there, and Taylor, Kamara just gets the ball back to Edwards under the pressure from Coles, and it's spread out here towards Ming, over his head and out of play for a throw to the Rebels here. And we'll try and give you the scores, as I say, from some of the other games in the National League South. Quick throw by Slough towards Ben Harris from Fraser. Fraser then plays the ball. It's one back, but one back here by Ben Harris, who turns down the right hand side up against Ming. Goes past Ming and just can't control it as he runs it down the right hand side, out of play for a throw. Dulwich Hamlet manager's just shouting at his players. Quade Taylor with the ball back here towards Ming, who clears it long, easily headed away by Fraser, and it's one back by Cargbo, but only as far as Wells. Wells with the ball to a chance to run here with Slough. Finds Dobson on this near hand side. Dobson just lets the ball run across him, and that allows Cook to come back and play it in towards Ben Harris. Harris trying to turn as well as in fact it was with the ball, and it's one back here by Cargbo in towards Vos. Vos holds the ball up inside his own half and then plays it back towards Kamara, the captain for Dulwich Hamlet this afternoon. Plays a long ball down the field here, looking for the run of Cook, who's gone forward and behind Wells, and Cook does well to keep the ball in, gets across, but it's well blocked by George Wells, out for a throw on the far hand side. Just bear with me for a second. Sorry, I just needed a quick drink of water. It's going to be a throw for Dulwich Hamlet on the far hand side, a couple of yards away from the corner flag. And the pink and blues, as they are known, have the ball there. Quick throw here towards Kamara, who's come forward. Always given the ball away sloppily to Dobson, but Dobson's hit it straight at Kamara. It's one back here with Cargbo. Tries to play the ball down. Gets a lucky touch in here towards ball falling into Clunis, but Hollis with the challenge there and gives it back towards the goalkeeper, who plays it down the field for Slough Turner, and Coles looks to try and chase it, but it's gone straight out of play for a throw to Dulwich Hamlet. And it's a throw here to come in from Cook on the far hand side here for Dulwich Hamlet, and hits Figueira on the back, goes out of play for a throw to the Rebels. 0-0 here so far with 13 minutes of the game gone. Slough with a couple of efforts off target, but not a lot to talk about so far in these opening 13 minutes. Ball's here with Jack Taylor of Slough, the goalkeeper, dressed in white in his new kit for the season, which you can buy a replica shirt of if you require. And Turner just hits this ball along here towards Wells. He just breaks inside the Dulwich Hamlet half, finds Dobson. Dobson will try and cross this in first time, looking for Ben Harris, and the goalkeeper catches it well under pressure from Harris, and it's a good catch by the goalkeeper Edwards, and Harris just apologises for just catching him a little bit there. Edwards seems to be complaining to the referee, but the referee just noticed that Ben Harris had apologised as he went for the ball, and Edwards just drops it down and picks the ball up here, looking for Clunes. Comes off the head of both and finds Swords. Swords ball played forwards to Ben Harris. Harris holding the ball up, trying to find Swords on the run there, but it just as he plays it down the field, it goes out of play, and it's a throw to Dulwich Hamlet. Not the most of entertaining game so far for these opening 14 minutes, but Ming will have this throw for Dulwich Hamlet, level with his 18-yard box, in towards Cargbo, gets the ball back and plays it down the field, headed away by Sam Togwell. Togwell's header is headed on by Cargbo, breaks here towards Vos. Vos plays it in, and it's played forward by Carew towards Figuera. Figuera holds the ball up, looks a bit like Willie And as Figuera. Ball played in here, and it's here with Vos. Vos has the ball here, turns and plays it out on the far hand side, finds Cook. Cook on a good position on that right hand side, crosses in low, it's a poor cross, and it's intercepted by George Wells, who finds Dobson deep inside his own half. Little ball inside here towards Dunn, and Dunn can turn and hold. Finds Louis Swords, spreads it here towards Sean Fraser. Fraser down towards Ben Harris. Harris holds the ball up well. Fraser gets it back, hits it straight at Taylor, and then headed away by Taylor towards Lee Togwell. And a battle between Clunis and Hollis is going on today. Sam Togwell just lets the ball run back towards his goalkeeper, and a ball played forward by Turner here, looking for the run of Ben Harris to chase. Ming has come across for it, plays it back towards Edwards, and Edwards clears high into this overcast sky. Hollis again wins the header, breaks here though to Cargbo for Dulwich Hamlet. Has the ball, just plays it out to the left back Ming. Ming plays it in right footed, looking for the run of Clunis down this right hand side, left hand side. Hollis is there to keep the ball out, but it's gone out for a corner. First corner of the game is to the visiting side on 15.5 minutes, and it's going to be Ashley Carew who goes across to take this corner for Dulwich, and they send forwards Taylor and Kamara for this. There's a wasp right in our commentary position. We're just going to make sure that flies away quickly, as it's going to be Carew to take this corner, in swinging corner for Slough defenders, right to the near post. It sucks in the end, but the referee says there was a foul somewhere in that corner melee, and it's a free kick to the Rebels. So 0-0 here at Arbour Park at the moment. Let's see if we can find you some scores from some of the other games in the National League South while Jack Turner runs across to pick that ball up. See what we can find for you as we wait for Turner to take this kick. It's Concord Rangers 0, Welling 1. It's Hemel Hempstead 1, Chelmsford 1, and Truro 1, Hungerford 1. Those are Eastbourne 0, Woking 1. Those are the only goals of the games so far this afternoon. Ball's here with Slough, with Sam Togwell back here across to the goalkeeper Turner for Slough, who plays it long down the field, looking for Wells, who's a bit further forward, heads his ball on, looking for the run of Coles. Carbo's there to hook the ball clear. Sam Togwell win the header from Figuera, just cushions it into the path of Wells. Wells finds Dobson. Dobson's ball a little bit high, but it's kept in. It hasn't been kept in by Coles, and it's out of play. Sorry, Dunn, in fact, it was. My apologies. You think I'd know the Slough players, wouldn't you? It comes off the head of Dunn last. It's out for a throw to Dulwich Hamlet. And Anthony Cook, the right back, will take this for Dulwich. Eventually, he'll take this throw. Just taking his time. And his throw is going to be headed by George Wells. Tries to find Coles. Coles trying to turn, but Kamara wins the ball there. Played forwards to Figuera. Figuera spins to the ground and wins a free kick by foul by Sam Togwell. And a free kick 10 yards inside the Slough Town half, which they'll leave for a little bit. And Slough just got to be careful that Ming has come up on the left-hand side. And it's Cargbo that has the ball, taken quickly to him. Then he spreads it back out here to Carew. Played the ball up here towards Vos. Vos turns, but it's a short ball, and Wells has intercepted it, played it forwards. Coles will chase it, but it'll bounce all the way through to Preston Edwards in the Dulwich goal, and he rolls it out here towards Quaid Taylor. Taylor's plenty of room to bring the ball out. Hits it first time for the run of Clunes. Clunes running down this left-hand side. Holds the ball up here with Hollis in front of him. He's got Ming near him if he wants it, but he's been held up here well by Hollis and has to go back here towards Vos. Vos with the ball in here, and it's played in here. One back by Slough with Ben Harris, and then Harris has been fouled. It's a free kick to the Rebels inside their own half, halfway inside. 0-0 as we come up to 19 minutes of the game gone, and not a lot of goalmouth action to report so far. As Jack Turner looks to take this free kick for Slough, halfway inside their own half. And it's a long kick here aimed towards Ben Harris. Harris flicks the ball on. Oh, Swords didn't read it properly. He's going to try and let the ball go out for a corner, which it does. First corner of the game to the Rebels. And James Dobson it is that goes across to take this. Both Sam Togwell and Guy Hollis have gone forwards for this corner. And it's Dobson to take it. So this will be an in-swinging corner here for Slough. The Slough fans just making a little bit of noise. I say good travelling numbers here from Dulwich Hamlet, but good set of numbers from here. Oh, it's a poor corner. It's easily headed away at the near post. It'll come out though towards Swords. Swords holds the ball up, chips it in towards Dobson, who's got a better chance now to put a decent ball in. He's going to cross it with his right foot. It's a heavy cross, and Sam Togwell will try and keep the ball in, but he can't get to it, and it's out of play for a throw on the far hand side to Dulwich Hamlet. 0-0 is score so far. And very much like Saturday's game, not a great deal going on here at the moment, but there you go. And it's going to be Cook that takes this throw on that far hand side for Dulwich. 6 yards away from his corner flag. This gains a few yards as he takes his throw, looking for Figuera, who does flick the ball on, but it comes off his head, goes straight out of play, and out for a throw to Slough, which George Wells will take. George Wells is partners here today. She's 5 days past her due date, so George Wells could well be going off sometime soon if she sees too much action. Not action like that, but there you go. Ball thrown in towards Swords. Swords finds Coles. Coles being forced to play it in towards Dobson. Dobson on the right hand side will try and cross with his right foot. It's a blocked cross, and Taylor has the chance to clear. But good play though by the Rebels, and it's out of play for a throw to Slough, just waiting for someone to go and get the ball. And Guy Hollis will come across to take this throw for the Rebels. And around about 8 yards away from the corner flag, so it's a long throw coming in for Slough here. And Hollis arching his back over the black field, throws the ball in, headed by Ben Harris. Oh, it's just over the top of the bar though by Slough. It's a good header by Ben Harris. He just had to try and generate a bit of power on it, and it just went over the top of the bar. But still 0-0 here between the two sides as we're approaching halfway through this first half here at Arbour Park on this Bank Holiday Monday. It's 0-0 between the two sides, and that's must be the best chance we've seen so far of the game. And Edwards, the goalkeeper, will take this goal kick. His multicoloured boots aimed here towards Tomlin. Tomlin flicks the ball on back by Togwell, but two Dulwich players on the ball, and Clunes first there for Dulwich Hamlet. Chips the ball in to find Figuera. Figuera trying to turn. It's well blocked by Slough, and it comes cleared in the end by Sam Togwell and finds James Dobson. Dobson lit a ball in towards Dunn. Dunn has come forwards and plays it in here, trying to find Coles. Well read by Taylor, and he'll leave it for Cargbo to play the ball in. It's come by Vos, and Vos finds Carew down the right hand side, looking for Figuera. Well read by Sam Togwell, and Slough have the ball back here with Togwell from Dobson in towards Dunn. They go back towards the goalkeeper Turner. And Slough long kick down the field again. Here, looking for James Dobson to win the header. He does well to flick the header on, but Slough hadn't gambled on that, and it runs all the way out for a goal kick here to Dulwich Hamlet. So 0-0 here between these two sides. No Premier League or EFL games for you this afternoon, just National League and National League North and South. As we wait for Edwards to take this, Carew's come extremely deep to come and take receive this. In fact, it's Taylor that receives it, not even in the 18-yard part of the thing. Ball played forwards for Tomlin, headed away by Hollis, and it's won back here by Dobson. Dobson evades a challenge off Carew and then plays it in towards Harris. Harris trying to back heel it in, but Kamara's equal to it, and it's cleared in the end by Carew towards Tomlin. Tomlin then finds Vos. Vos coming forwards for Dulwich. Plays a lovely little ball on the right hand side for Cook, the right back, who's coming in advanced position. He comes down this near hand side. 2 Slough players on him, but he's being forced by. Gets a low cross in that's sucked away by Sam Togwell and out for a throw. And at the moment, Slough are equal to the Dulwich Hamlet attack that haven't really tested Jack Turner in the Slough goal yet. And it's going to be Cook that will take this throw for Dulwich in towards Tomlin. Holds the ball up back here towards Cook. He'll find Tomlin again. Tomlin crosses this time. Figueroa slips as he goes in the box. Cleared by Lee Togwell. Figueroa looking at the referee to ask for a penalty, but nothing happening. And it's a throw again for Dulwich Hamlet with the right back Cook, who's being told by the referee to go back a few yards. But he's still 10 yards inside the Slough Town half. And it's Cook with this throw, finding Tomlin. Tomlin's come deep, holds the ball up well, but he's just played it in between 2 players, and Ben Harris slips as he plays it. Dunn wins it back, but can't control it properly. And Carlbo has it here and finds Tomlin. Tomlin 25 yards from goal, trying to get it on his right foot. That allows Slough to get back in numbers, but Tomlin still holds up the ball well, and here finds Vos. Vos just plays it into Tomlin, gets the ball back here and plays it in at pace. It's headed away by cleared by Hollis, and it's headed back towards the goalkeeper by George Wells. And Turner has the ball at his feet and just plays it out here towards Dobson. Dobson being chased down by Figueroa. Comes inside him. And then Figueroa comes and slides in, challenge, and the ball's won back by Dunn, but it breaks kind of here to Figueroa. Trying to find Clunis. Hollis sticks a leg out, and it will bounce through to Jack Turner in the Slough goal. Sloppy game here at the moment between the 2 sides. But a good healthy number here at Arbor Park this afternoon. I'd say there's a good 1,000 people in here this afternoon. As we wait for Turner, just puts the ball a few yards outside of his penalty box here, just trying to push his team further up the field. Clunis comes down to chase it down, and he chips the ball out here towards Wells. Wells in acres of space, takes it down and brings it inside of Figueroa. Just being forced back by Figueroa to Togwell. Sam Togwell just inside his box. Plays it back in here towards Wells. Wells has got Dobson on the outside if he needs him. Finds Dobson. Dobson takes a touch and then crosses in first time. Looking for Ben Harris, but it's well spotted by the goalkeeper, Preston Edwards. And takes it and looks for a quick ball down the field here. Looking for Naira and Clunis, but it's well spotted by Fraser, who's in to win the ball back and finds Lee Togwell. Here he finds Hollis. Hollis just leaves it so the ball goes back towards Turner in the Slough goal. And Turner again chips the ball out looking for George Wells. Wells takes it on his chest here. Again closed down by Figueroa, working hard when he hasn't got the ball. Swords in a central position trying to flick the ball on. And Coles chases it, chasing it back towards the goalkeeper. It was with the clearance. And Figueroa tries to chest it down, but it's won back here by Simon Dunn. Finds Sam Togwell. Togwell captain it. Oh, just a poor ball by him, but Dunn does well to win it back for Slough, and it's kept in by Dobson on the far hand side. Dobson now travelling 15-20 yards. Crosses in low for Coles. Coles trying to flick the ball in, but it comes off Kamara last. And Slough win the ball back here with Dobson. Finding Coles. Coles inside towards Dobson. Back in towards Coles. Coles takes a touch. Takes a shot. It's blocked well by Taylor. And it comes here towards Tomlin, looking for the pace of Figueroa down that near hand side. Sam Togwell goes across with him. He just keeps it in by the corner flag here. Oh, poor cross there by him, and it's taken by George Wells with plenty of time to bring the ball out. And looks here for Ben Harris. Lovely ball by George Wells in towards Swords. Swords playing a little bit on this right hand side, but needs to get into the game a little bit. Ben Harris charges down this near hand side, breaks towards the box, goes past Min, gets inside the box, still running with it, just overruns it and then goes through the back of Cargbo for a free kick. There he got through and he just had his route to goal blocked, and it was as the Slough fans cheer because the ball's gone in the back of the net from being kicked back to the goalkeeper who missed it. But Carbo slowly gets to his feet here. But we've played coming up to 28 minutes, 0-0 between the 2 sides here this afternoon. And It's a free kick, not taken anywhere near where it was, but it's played here to Cargbo, who can turn and has time to pick out the run of Figuera on that far hand side. It just hits Figuera on the back, and Wells can clear towards the goalkeeper. Turner being chased down finds Sam Togwell out towards Wells, and Slough slowly work their way up the field here. Here with George Wells bringing the ball forwards, plays in towards Dobson. Dobson flicking the ball in quick. It's won by Kamara, and then Carew has to stretch here towards Taylor. Just pumps the ball forwards, and it's an easy head back by Hollis. And the first time we've heard the Dulwich Hamlet fans make some noise this afternoon behind that goal. As Turner chips the ball out here towards Fraser. That's a lovely ball. Fraser's got a bit of space here to run down. He's got his balling is terrible. It's easily cut out by Cargbo, and it's cleared by Carew towards Vos here towards Tomlin. Ball played in, looking for the runner Cook. Unfortunately, Cook wasn't offside. Figuera was, and he did actually run to where the ball was, and that's why it's been blown up for a free kick to Slough. They take it quickly here with Togwell finding James Dobson. Dobson trying to create a bit of space. Hits with the outside of his foot, finds Saws on the edge of the 18-yard box. Saws trying to go past Mings, gets a cross in. It's heavy. Oh, it's Coles with the header. It's a good header. Straight at the goalkeeper though. He was a little bit away from goal. He was a bit towards the edge of the corner of the 6-yard box. Ball played forwards here though for Figuera down this near hand side. He can chase it down. Holds the ball up and brings Vos into the game. Vos finds Tomlin central position, trying to turn to find Clunes. Clunes goes into the box, goes down, and he's looking for a penalty there, but nothing given, and Slough roll the ball out here with Jack Turner. Here towards Wells. Wells being chased down. Ball forwards looking for Ben Harris. Harris gets the ball with stretch, trying to chase his own ball. Two players both go for the ball, and the referee says it's a fair challenge, and the ball's here with Carew. Leaves it for Vos. Vos finds the left winger the left back wing, and he has acres of space to bring the ball forwards. Finds Clunes. He goes all the way back towards Taylor. Taylor back in his own half, just has the ball, looking to bring it forwards. Harris looks to close him down, but they allow Taylor to bring it out towards Clunes. His ball is intercepted by Sam Togwell. And the ball here by Cargbo, headed on towards Cook. Cook can't keep the ball in, and he's just put it straight out of play for a throw to Slough, and Slough fans trying to have a bit of singing competition with the Dulwich fans here at the moment. There's not much going on the football field, so there you go. Ball's been played down the side, looking for the run of Coles, but he can't get to that. It's out of play. So see if we've got you some other scores. Bath City 0, Western Supermare 0. Managerless Billericay 0, St Albans 1. Concord Rangers 0, Welling 1. Dartford 0, East Thurrock 0. It's Eastbourne 0, Woking 1. Gloucester City 0, Torquay 0. Hampton Richmond 0, Chippenham 0. Hemel Hempstead 1, Chelmsford 1. Oxford City 0, Wealdstone 0, and Truro 1, Hungerford 1. Ball here with Sean Fraser, bringing it over the halfway line, running down this near hand side. It's got Saws in front of him, but turns and finds Dunn. Oh, Dunn's ball is poor, and it's gone out of play for a throw there, and both sides are guilty of not finding their passes here. They can't complain about the pitch 4G here at Arbour Park, so there's no bobbles or anything, but both teams are having trouble here. Ball's played in by Ming towards Taylor. Taylor spreads it to Kamara, only just come back to the club, who's already made captain, and played out here towards Cook. Cook chips the ball down here, looking for the run of Figuera, but spotted by Jack Turner, who claims the ball on the edge of his penalty area. 32 minutes gone, still 0-0 between the two, and it's rolled out here towards Wells. Wells labours forwards here for Slough. Travels 30 yards, not a touch in. Crosses first time, headed away though by Taylor. Almost found Ben Harris, only as far as Simon Dunn. His ball in, tries to find Lee Togwell, who's been fairly quiet this afternoon. Finds the ball down the right hand side here for Fraser. Fraser gets a cross in, but it's blocked by Vos and comes off him for a corner or a throw. I think it's a throw right by the corner flag for the Rebels. And the Slough fans raise their levels here at Arbour Park. It's going to be a long throw by Guy Hollis. It is right by that corner flag. And it goes into the box, headed away. It comes onto the edge of the box, and it's 30 yards away from goal. Dobson picks it up and finds Dunn. Back in here towards Dobson. Looks like he's going to have a shoot from distance. Hits it, and it forces a stunning save from Preston Edwards, it was right at him, but it was hit with some power. But it's out for a corner to Slough. And Dobson hitting that with some real pace there, and Preston Edwards just tipping the ball over the top of the crossbar. And it's a corner on the far hand side by St Joseph's School here for Slough. Dobson takes it, it's an outswinger, headed to Harris, and it's looped up towards the goalkeeper Edwards. And he takes a kick here, trying to find Clunas down this near hand side. Clunas actually wins the header, but it will come through towards Wells. Wells' header will find Sam Togwell, who hooks the ball down the field. It's won by Ming, who gets a good block on it. And Sean Fraser has to defensive header. Flicked on by Sam Togwell, flicked on by Swords, then flicked on by Ben Harris. Cole's trying to chase here with Taylor, but Taylor evades a challenge and plays it back towards his goalkeeper Edwards. And he plays the ball down the field looking for Cook. Cook takes it on his chest and runs with the ball. Dobson has to get back and just block his run a little bit there. Ball inside towards Cargbo. Finds Vose. Vose turns with the ball over the top, trying to find Clunas. Clunas is in, but oh, what a save by Jack Turner, who blocks him as Clunas had gone behind the back four. And does well to block it. Just spreads himself there and blocks the ball, but the ball over the top. And the Dulwich manager saying, do that more often. I think he's trying to say ball over the top. Ball flicked on here by Dobson, in for Wells. Wells now can bring it down the left hand side, gets to the edge of the box, plays it in, it's touched round, it's bouncing around, comes out here towards Dobson. It's your first time, it's wide of the goal though by Dobson. And he just hit it with the inside of his foot and wide. 35 minutes gone, still 0-0 between the two sides. But the game slowly coming to life here with these last 5 minutes. Both teams are having a better amount of play here. Edwards will take this goal kick. And he will take it eventually. It's taken him 24 seconds so far. And a long kick by him. It's a free header though for Lee Togwell, but he heads it backwards and it gives Dulwich a throw by their away dugout halfway inside the Slough Town half. Clunes wants Ming to take it. And it's taken quickly here towards Taylor. And Slough have forced Dulwich Hamlet back from a good position. Played across here towards Kamara. Kamara chips the ball forwards looking for the run of Figuera. Togwell said, Sam Togwell to attach it. It actually came off Figuera last. It's out for a throw to the Rebels. And still goalless here between the two here. And the ball's here with Dobson. He can turn and try to chips it down the line, but it comes off. I thought it came off Dulwich player last, but it's actually a Dulwich throw. And it's going to be taken quickly towards Kamara, in towards Vose. Vose chased down by his opposite number 10, Coles. Coles does really well to chase the ball down, but it's played out here towards Quade Taylor. Finds Sanchez Ming down this left-hand side. First time he's really come forward. Comes back inside here towards Vose. Vose inside to Carew. Carew let the ball in, finds Tomlin. Tomlin trying to flick the ball in for Figuera to chase, but Sam Togwell's there for Slough and lines it back for Jack Turner. Long ball forwards by him. Kamara wins that header above Coles, and Tomlin takes it down well. In towards Vose. Here towards Carew. Carew swishes it trying to find Ming, but he's hit that with too much power and out of play for a throw to the Rebels. 0-0, and again, not much going on here this afternoon. Fraser goes all the way back towards Turner, and Clunas chases it down. Turner hits it on the half volley, looking for Dobson. Dobson just waits for the ball. It goes over his head, and Cook sees it out for a throw on the far hand side to Dulwich Hamlet, halfway inside their own half. 0-0 here at the moment, and not much going on. As Cook is fouled there by Ben Harris for a free kick on that far side. And he's just he's just going to take it off the pitch there. Taken quickly in towards Carbo, who finds Vose. Vose trying to bring Clunas into the game, who's come deep. But Hollis is there with the challenge. It comes off Soares last. And it's a throw here to Dulwich Hamlet. And Taylor just gives it for Ming and throws it towards Taylor. It'll be chased down here by Perry Coles. Here towards Edwards. Oh, Edwards takes the touch, trying to go past Coles, and he just evades a challenge at Coles and spreads it out here on the far hand side for Kamara. Kamara bringing the ball forwards. Played in, headed away by George Wells. Tomlin tries to get there, but Lee Togwell's there first, and it's going to run through to Jack Turner in the Slough goal. Turner's seen a lot of this ball so far, this first half. Ball's here with Sam Togwell with his turquoise coloured boots, and finds Hollis. Hollis in towards Lee Togwell. No flashy boots for Lee Togwell, just all black for him. And back here towards Hollis. Hollis across to Sam Togwell. Sam Togwell finds Dunn. Dunn can turn and bring the ball out. He's got Tomlin on his back. It's back here towards James Dobson. So now keeping the ball a little bit here, trying to create a bit of space. Here towards Lee Togwell. Togwell just trying to bring the ball forwards. Here towards Dobson. Dobson spreads it here towards Hollis. Hollis being down the line towards Sean Fraser. Fraser, little touch in. He gets caught there, and that'll be a free kick to the Rebels for a foul by Mink on the right back Taylor. On the right back Sean Fraser. And Gavin Rose, the Dulwich manager, just smiling as a couple of Slough fans in this main stand just mentioned that he's a little bit loud. Dobson's taking this free kick for Slough, 35 yards away from the goal and a couple of feet just inside the sideline. And he hits this one with pace. Oh, shoots straight at Carew. Comes out towards Dunn. Back here towards Dobson, who takes the ball inside towards Saws. Saws back heels it towards Togwell. Togwell, it's leads. Oh, he just puts it onto his right foot here towards Ben Harris on the edge of the box. Ben Harris tries to clear the ball. Oh, he just overrun it, and it's allowed Ming to come in across to clear. And he clears it up here towards Figuera. Figuera loses the ball, and Togwell wins it. The referee says that's a foul by George Wells, and it's a free kick to Dulwich Hamlet on the halfway line. And it's still 0-0 here. A couple of players just warming up as we're about 5 minutes away from half time. And the ball's here with Cargbo. Finds Vose inside the centre circle inside his own half. Looks up, plays it here towards Taylor, the centre-back. Stand by Coles, but in towards Vose. Vose now trying to bring the ball forwards. Finds Carew. Carew's ball is overrun, and Saws has picked it up on the far-hand side and finds Ben Harris. Ben Harris just evades a challenge. That's a foul, though, by Cargbo, and it's a free kick to Slough. Looks like Dobson and Saws have switched sides here. So Saws running down the left, Dobson down the right-hand side. Ball here with George Wells, being allowed to bring the ball forwards here. Then finds Saws on that far hand side, crosses in first time, head again, can't beat the first man, and Sam Togwell gets there first for Slough in front of Figuera. Here with Wells. Wells in towards Coles. Coles holds the ball up on the edge of the box, being forced wide, and looks for the run of Saws. Saws trying to get through. Saws gets the ball over the top, plays his ball in, but it's a poor ball in. He didn't look, and in the end it's cleared by Kamara. That's all the way into St Joseph's School, and it's a throw to Slough on the far hand side, and it's Slough just not getting that final third ball right here at the moment. And it'll be a long throw here for Guy Hollis to take. And Hollis just take this throw. Is a good 20 yards away from the goal, and it's arching his back on that far hand side. Long ball into the box, bouncing around. It comes out towards Saws. No one can get a touch. Dunn gets there first, and then Figuera goes down. But the referee says Slough play on. Ball played in towards Dunn. Tugwell's being held there, and Tugwell will get to the ball first and try and cross the ball. He goes well to get a cross in. It's volleyed clear by Quaid, and then Lee Tugwell tries to get there. It comes off Clunis last, and it's out for a throw to the Rebels. And there's just an injury here to Ben Harris, as I think his shoulder is what he got caught by there. And I think you're going to see a substitution for Dulwich Hamlet. I think it's Figuera who's going to hobble off. He just got caught as he went for the ball there with Simon Dunn. And the linesman needs to come up and do this one. Coming on will be Dippy Akinyemi. So we wait for the linesman to do this substitution. So coming off is Figuera. And coming on is Dippo Akinyemi. And that's substitution on 43 minutes. As Figuera goes off injured. And hobbles to the bench. And first change for Dulwich Hamlet, so that's Dippy Akinyemi coming on for Walter Figuera. Ben Harris getting some treatment down for Slough Town at the moment, so nothing going on at the moment. Don't forget we'll have our half-time quiz for you as well. I know how you all look forward to that. Nice and easy for you this afternoon. And we'll give you the half-time scores as we get to them. And it's going to start with a throw here for Slough. And it's going to be Guy Hollis to come and take this throw for the Rebels. The referee just sending him back a few yards. And Guy Hollis to take this throw for Slough to get the game back underway. And long throw here, aimed towards Source, comes off Ming. Just come back a bit. Thanks. And it's a throw here to the Rebels. And Guy Hollis has come forwards here to take this throw. So it's a long throw here. Last chance for the half for Slough. And it's going to be Guy Hollis launching this throw into the box here for the Rebels. Aimed, bouncing around. It's come off the head of Carew to the back post for Lee Togwell. Trying to find Soars. Soars' shot is blocked. It will come back out here towards Lee Togwell. Crosses the ball in first time. Over the head of everyone. Full kindly to Ben Harris, who shoots. But he hasn't got a lot of power, and it is straight at the goalkeeper. And it's easy save there for Preston Edwards, the Dulwich goalkeeper, just before half time. And someone's just walking past with some nice plate full of chips. Ball played forward here, looking for the substitute Akin Menry. Its first touch is to flick the ball on. It's cleared by Sam Togwell. Finds Ming though, here towards Cargbo. Cargbo in towards Vose. Vose towards Tomlin. Good spell of play here and good pressure here by Dulwich Hamlet. 2 minutes of added time to play. Ball's here with Cook, the right back. And Cook will just being held up by Soars. Cargbo comes back to offer him a chance, puts a cross in, and headed goal was by Tomlin, but again no power in the header, and it's an easy save for Jack Turner in the Slough goal. And that kind of sums up the game here really this afternoon, where apart from a shot from James Dobson, everything's been fairly easy as Turner plays the ball in. Ben Harris rises high to flick the header on. Taylor heads the ball back. Lee Togwell rises high, and it's come off Togwell last for a throw to Dulwich Hamlet. And it's Ming who will take this throw. Got a minute of the added time left to play. He's taking his time with this throw. And throws the ball in here, aimed towards Tomlin. It's Fraser that clears the ball in towards Dobson. Dobson on the right hand side. Finds Ben Harris. Ball over the top here for Dobson to get onto. Gets into the box. Gets there first. He just overruns it. And it allows Edwards a chance to dive bravely at his feet to get to the ball. But good ball over the top there for Slough, but Edwards first to it, and it's good goalkeeping there, keeps it 0-0 here at Arbour Park, and I think that'll be the half-time score. It's got about 30 seconds of this first half to play. And it's Edwards with the ball forwards, looking at Akinyemi, headed away by Hollis. Dunn tries to get there, it's over the top, and it will roll all the way through here to Jack Turner in the Slough goal, as Turner was beaten to the ball by Carew, but the header just runs through to Jack Turner, who just knocks the ball a couple of feet outside of his penalty area. And the referee will blow there for half time, and dead on time the referee has blown up, and it's 0-0 here at Arbour Park, and a game that hasn't really come to life this afternoon, apart from an effort by James Dobson from 30 yards out, which forced a great save from Preston Edwards, the Dulwich goalkeeper. But apart from that, it's been a fairly bland first half, where both sets of teams have not really created many chances. Both have had a couple of efforts on goal which have been lacked any power, so not a lot going on there. And we'll try and give you the half-time scores. I'm just going to give you your quiz for this afternoon. Bear with me for 2 seconds. Right, just adjusting my headphones there for you. So we'll give you the half-time quiz for you. Nice and easy this afternoon. All you need to do is tell me what nationality, what nations did these people play for. So I'm going to give you 5 names. All you've got to do is tell me what nation they represented at football. So get in contact on either Twitter or on the comments page. So the 5 names that we're after, we've got 3 old ones and 2 newbies. So who did Kenwyne Jones play for country? What country did Kenwyne Jones play for? A nice easy one for you is what country did Georgie Kincladze play for? Number 3 is what country did Ryan Nelson represent? And the 2 current players, Josh King of Bournemouth plays for which country? And Neil Etheridge, who's the Cardiff goalkeeper, plays for what country? So your 5 players, I just need you to tell me the countries that they play for. It's Kenwyne Jones, Georgie Kincladze, Ryan Nelson, Josh King and Neil Etheridge. That's all you need to do is come through and tell us that, and we'll tell you if you've got it right or wrong. We're just going to try and find you the half-time scores from the other games in the National League South. I do believe there's a stoppage in the Billericay game, so that may be a little bit of a late score coming through, but we'll try and find you the half-time scores for you this afternoon. And just bear with me. We've got Bath City 0, Western Supermare 0. Billericay have come back. It's Billericay 2, St Albans 2. Concord Rangers 0, Welling 2. Dartford have taken the lead against people that beat us on Saturday. It's Dartford 1, East Thurrock 0. Eastbourne Borough 0, Woking 1. Gloucester City 0, Torquay United 0. Hampton and Richmond 0, Chippenham 0. Hemel Hempstead 1, Chelmsford City 1. It's Oxford City 0, Wealdstone 0, and Truro City 2, Hungerford Town 1. Those are your scores for half time in the National League South. We will give you the scores from the other National League and National League North in a second. And there you go. So we'll bring you those other scores for you in a second. Just a reminder, up and coming games for the Rebels. The Slough are away this Saturday, and that will be away to Chelmsford City. There is a supporters coach going, and you can book that through the Supporters Trust website, which is southtownsupporterstrust.co.uk, and you can pick that up. Then if you do, I'll go into that game though. Please be aware that if you buy your tickets online before the day of the game, it will be cheaper than if you go on the day. So that's away to Chelmsford City. Tickets are cheaper if you buy them before online. Next, the Saturday after that, which will be the 8th of September, Slough are at home to Oxford City, 3 o'clock kickoff. And then the 15th of September, Slough will be away to Eastbourne Borough. Those are your up-and-coming games for the Rebels. Your match sponsor this afternoon is Strads. That is the Slough Town Real Ale Drinkers Society. So thank you to them for sponsoring that. Okay, we're going to give you the scores from the other leagues that are playing this afternoon. If we can find where the cursor is on the screen, there you go. So in the National League North, it's Alfreton 1, Southport 0, Altrincham 0, Guiseley 0, Ashton United 2, Darlington 0, Bradford Park Avenue 1, Boston 0. Chester Hereford is postponed because Chester's ground has been damaged through the floods from the heavy rain the other week. Chorley 0, Curzon Ashton 0, Kidderminster Harriers 1, Stockport County 0, Leamington 1, AFC Telford United 1, Nuneaton Borough 0, Brackley 1, Spennymoor 0, FC United of Manchester 0, and York City 0, Blythe Spartans 0. In the National League itself, it's there's a 5:15 kickoff between AFC Fylde and Harrogate Town. The other scores are Aldershot 1, Sutton United 0, Barnet 1, Dagenham 1, Braintree 0, Maidenhead 2, Bromley 2, Havant and Waterlooville 0, Eastleigh 0, Ebbsfleet 1, FC Halifax 1, Gateshead 0, Hartlepool 1, Chesterfield 0, Leyton Orient 0, Dover 0, Maidstone 1, Boreham Wood 0, Salford City 1, Barrow 1, and Solihull Moors 0, Wrexham 0. Those are the scores from the National League. And I'm sure there are some other leagues below that playing on, but so they don't always come through to us here. I can tell you that there was a game in the Southern League earlier between Weymouth and Dorchester. I believe it finished 5-0 to Weymouth. So a local derby there that normally does get lots of fans through the gates. Ended up as a bit of a victory for one side there. But 0-0 here at Arbour Park, and the game hasn't been the greatest of spectacles this Bank Holiday Monday. But Slough will be looking for a better second half, I'm sure. But a good crowd here. We haven't had the attendance announced yet at the moment. I can tell you it's Merthyr 0, Frome 0. And trying to just... looks like St Albans were down to 10 man in their game against Billericay. As everyone just walks past with loads of food here, which is great. So there you go. So we're just going to give you some updated information here that this is the 50th meeting between the two sides, between Slough and Dulwich. Slough have actually won 25 of the previous 49, drawn 9 and lost 15. The highest scoring match between the two was back in 1983, where it was Dulwich Hamlet 4, Slough Town 6. And the last time these two teams met actually in a league game was back in 28th of February 2004. Slough won 4-2. But playing for Dulwich Hamlet that day was Craig Dundas, and Craig Dundas played in the opening game of the season here for Hampton and Richmond against us. So he's had a bit of a long career, hasn't he? But there you go. So just some bits of information there for you. If you do want to have a go at our quiz, all you need to do is tell me what countries these people played for. It's Kenwyn Jones, Georgie Kincladsey, Ryan Nelson, Josh King and Neil Etheridge. Just tell us who they have played for. That's your half-time quiz this afternoon. And we'll just large number of people do. The bar seems to be quite empty this afternoon. And there we go. Just having a few people just walk around. It's almost coming up time for the start of the second half. And we'll try and keep you up to date with any substitutions that happen. But just having a look at a few things there. Just keeping my eyes on things. A few volunteers just doing their voluntary jobs as they normally do. And Slough are looking for volunteers if you can get to games. Oh, you got cake for me? Oh, thank you very much. I don't know how I'm going to eat that on air, but we'll give this a go. Thank you very much for... No, I've got a drink. I'm fine. Thank you. I've been kindly brought a bit of rhubarb cake, which I'm going to try and eat now quickly before the second half starts. So you might just have a little bit of quietness coming up here. That's very nice. You might just have to miss the second half coverage. We'll just eat cake for the second half, and you can just guess what's going on. It might be a little bit easier than the fairly dour game we've got. Marchacho has had a go at our quiz, and not bad. You've got 2 wrong. So it's a good. I'm not going to say which 2 you got wrong, but you've got 2 wrong. But you're not far away with either of the other guesses. So we're looking for what nations did these people play for? Kenwyn Jones, Georgie Kincladsey, Ryan Nelson, Josh King and Neil Etheridge. And come through with your answers there. We'll give you I keep saying that I give you the answers just after half time, and then I keep forgetting to give you the answers. So, but I will try and remember to do that today. So I'm just going to have a little bit more of this cake because it's really nice. So just bear with us for a second. Seems that the ice cream man here today is doing a roaring trade. It's not the hottest of days here at Harbour Park, but there seems to be a lot of people having ice creams here this afternoon. So we're just going to have a bit more of this cake. While there's nothing happening on the pitch or anything, we'll have a bit more cake. That's really nice. I know it must make for great radio hearing someone just eat cake on it, but it's not often we get treated here at a game, so we'll make the most of it as we can. And we'll see if we can find you a couple of other things. The game between Bath and Weston-super-Mare has kicked off. And Dartford East Thurrock is underway. Eastbourne Wokin's already underway as well. And Eastbourne Borough's attendance today is 927. I think you're going to see Slough maybe match that this afternoon. Don't worry, we're still here. It's just a little bit of silence there while I boost my energy levels. As two sides start to come out for this second half. Just going to see if Slough have made any substitutions this afternoon. So just what we'll do is we'll give you the answers to our quiz. Michael McCartney's listening from South London. So sounds like you should be happy that you didn't make it. You're not missing much at the moment, Michael. Unfortunately, it's not the greatest of games. And then you've tuned in to hear me eat cake on radio, which isn't even the better either. So I'm going to give you the answers to our half-time quiz. I asked you to name what country these players represented. Still trying to eat this rhubarb cake before the second half starts. So the 5 players were Kenwyn Jones, and Marchacha got that right. It's Trinidad and Tobago. Next one was Georgie Kincladze. He played for Georgia. 3 was Ryan Nelson. He represented New Zealand. And then the 2 current players, Josh King, who plays for Bournemouth, represents Norway. And Neil Etheridge, the Cardiff goalkeeper, is the Philippines national goalkeeper as well. So the answer there, Philippines. So just waiting for Dulwich Hamlet to come out now. And we'll have the second half ready for you. Okay, so there's no changes for Slough Town. So their lineup for the start of this second half is Jack Turner in goal, 2 Sean Fraser, 3 George Wells, 4 Guy Hollis, 5 is the captain Sam Togwell, 6 is Lee Togwell, 7 James Dobson, 8 Simon Dunn, 9 Ben Harris, 10 Perry Coles, and 11 is Louis Saws. And I'm just counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. No changes at half time for the visitors here. So in goal is Preston Edwards, 2 is Anthony Cook, 3 is Sanchez Ming, 4 is Ibrahim Cargo, 5 is Quade Taylor, 6 is Michael Kamara, 7 Nyron Clunes, 8 Ashley Carew, 9 Gavin Tomlin, 10 Dominic Vose, and 14 is Dippy Akinyemi. Just about to wait for the start of the second half. And Slough will be shooting from right to left, but it will be Dulwich Hamlet with the kick-off. The game is back underway. And the ball's here with Carbo, who immediately plays the ball forwards, headed away by George Wells. Only as far as Carbo, chests it down, but Coles gets there first, and then Lee Togwell finds Simon Dunn. Dunn out here towards George Wells. First time ball by him finds Swords. Swords back on the right hand side. Ball played in, the Swords can get through to the edge of the box. It's the first time, and Louis Swords! He goes and scores on 25 seconds of the start of the second half. He gets a lovely through ball in. He runs auto from the edge of the box. He hits it hard and low past Preston Edwards in the Dulwich goal, and 25 seconds, his first goal for the Rebels. Louis Swords, and is only his 6th appearance for the Rebels. Louis Swords, who has scored lots of goals for Hungerford Town, scores his first for the Rebels this afternoon. He'd switched back during the second half. He switched to the left hand side. Dobson went to the right. This time he started on the right hand side, and it's taken just 25 seconds for Slough to be on the board here. And the kick-off here by Dulwich by Akinyemi, and play back here towards Taylor. Taylor chipping the ball forwards here, looking for Clunas. Comes through to Akinyemi. He tries to get into the box, goes past thing, and it actually comes off Akinyemi last and out of play for a goal kick. And it's going to be Jack Turner in the Slough goal. A lot of fans will have missed that goal, as they're not in positions here at the moment. But a lot of fans just making their way round. Slough with that goal, 25 seconds into the second half. Slough 1, Dulwich 0. Jack Turner with this goal kick for the Rebels, aimed here towards Ben Harris. Harris does well to flick the ball on. Dobson tries to keep the ball in, but it goes out of play. It's a throw to Dulwich Hamlet. And it's around about level with their 18-yard box. Taken quickly by Cook here towards Kamara. Chased down by Ben Harris, who does really well to block the ball in. Although the ball goes out for a throw, it's good work there by Ben Harris chasing that down. And it's a goal kick for Dulwich Hamlet. That means that one of the ball boys has already gone running. It's one of the stewards has gone across. Taken short here by Dulwich Hamlet, and it's almost sold Preston Edwards short. Cole's almost got to that ball, and Wells heads it on. It comes here towards Dunn. Dunn under pressure from 2 players. Just gets caught there and wins a free kick for a foul. And Slough have a free kick 35 yards away from goal. Dobson will stand over this. It's level with the tram line of the 18-yard and 18-yard line box. And Dobson standing over it. Sam Togwell's gone forwards for the Rebels, and Dobson hits this one towards the back post. Lee Togwell heads it back, keeps the ball in, but Vose is there first. And then Ming hits it straight at his own player, and Ming keeps it in on the far hand side, clears down the line, but it only does go out of play for a throw to the Rebels in the end. And Dulwich haven't started this second half at the very best at the moment. And Sean Fraser will take this throw on that far hand side. Just waiting for a little bit of movement. Swords has come close for him, but he's going to go long here to Ben Harris. Harris trying to flick the ball on, but Taylor's there. His clearance isn't the best, and Dunn tries to win it back, but it's sort of clear in the end by Ming, and then Akinyemi holds the ball up well. Does well to turn and plays it out here. Apologies there for Cook. Cook comes down his near hand side. Puts across him, but it's way too high. My apologies. Let me just have a quick bit of water. That's that rhubarb pie, that rhubarb cake for you. So I've eaten it too quick, and it's made my throat go. So it's going to be a goal kick here for the Rebels. And it's taken by Turner, looking for Harris, and Harris dives up well, but comes off Taylor last, and it's hooked away by Cargo towards Ming. Ming clears under pressure from Lee Togwell. Hollis wins the header, but it's only as far as Ming. He lets the ball roll out of play, and it'll be a throw to Dulwich Hamlet. And Dulwich take it quickly with Mings. And ball played forwards here, headed away by Sam Togwell, only as far as Carew. Carew tries to go past his fellow number 8, or opposite number 8, and it's one back though, off done by Vos. Vos just skips past the challenge of Dobson. Dobson will try and get there first, and Vos and Dobson still battling away. Vos finally get it in towards Carbo. With his ball in, tries to find Cook. Cook comes inside and skips past the challenge. Plays it in here for Tomlin. Tomlin comes down this near hand side, crosses first time, and it's smashed away there by Guy Hollis. Good defending by Guy Hollis there. But Slough are under pressure here after they've taken the lead. But it's a throw here for Dulwich Hamlet by Cook in towards Carbo. Back here towards Cook. And here in towards the ball played in, and looking for an offside against Carew, and it's been given. And it's out for a goal kick to Slough Town. 1-0 is the score here. And the goal coming just 25 seconds into that first half from Louis Swords, his first goal for the Rebels. It's what separates the two sides here, so whatever the manager said at half time seemed to have worked. And it's going to be Jack Turner with this goal kick. Free kick, sorry, for the offside. Looking here for Ben Harris. Harris again does well to flick the header on, but the referee says it's a foul by Cook, and it's a free kick here to Slough. And again, around about 35 yards away from goal. Dobson will be the player standing over this, and Hollis and Sam Togwell go forwards for the Rebels. And it's going to be Dobson to take this one. Chipped in looking for Sam Togwell. Goalkeeper does really well to claim that one. And he looks to try and get his side on the attack here quickly. Looking for Akinyemi down that near hand side. Sean Fraser watches the ball and gets a touch off it. Heads it out of play for a throw to Dulwich Hamlet. Right down by the corner flag here. Dulwich getting down that field quickly with, and it will be Sanchez Ming to take this throw for Dulwich. Level with the 18-yard box. Looks like a foul throw, and it was a foul throw. And it's a throw to the Rebels. Oh dear, just got to clear this frog in my throat. Sorry, excuse me a sec. Almost swallowed a wasp there, that was terrible. Quick throw by Slough here towards Jack Turner in the Slough goal. There's plenty of time to clear the ball long here, looking for the runner Coles. Coles almost gets behind, hits him on the behind, breaks here to Ben Harris, who shoots from 20 yards out, but it's way off target and out for a goal kick to Dulwich Hamlet. And they like to take them short here with Taylor and Kamara just going almost towards the corner flags, but this time they're going to get Edwards to take this one long. And it's played forwards. Hollis wins the header for Slough. Only comes through here towards Carbo. Heavy touch by him. Oh, he's just caught Coles there. The referee didn't see it. Neither did the linesman. Ball's here with Vos up against Lee Togwell. Vos does well. Togwell actually gets a little kick out of him, and it's a free kick, but it should have been brought back earlier. And Dulwich take the free kick nowhere near where it should be. And it's taken quickly now from the right place with Carbo out towards Taylor, back here towards Carbo, chased down by Coles. Plays the ball forwards to Clunis. Clunis has time to play the ball. Puts it almost through Sam Togwell's leg, but Togwell comes back and wins the ball, but it's taken off him by Tomlin. Tomlin now outside here towards Cook, the right back. He gets a cross in. That's a great cross. Oh, it's just over the head of everyone. Ming will keep it in at the far post though for Dulwich and finds Vos. Vos 25 yards away from goal, trying to get an angle to play the ball in. So extra numbers here on this far hand side for Dulwich. Cook gets a shot, and it's a great shot, and it forces a really good save from Jack Turner in the Slough goal. And Slough giving Dulwich too much time on the ball. And yeah, Slough just giving Dulwich too much time there, and Dulwich with a good effort. And Turner caught into action for the first time. It's a corner for Dulwich on that far side. taken by Ming. It's headed by Akinyemi across the goal. Taylor tries to keep the ball in, but he can't. It's out of play for a goal kick. Right, just going to get rid of this frog in my throat for the last time. Just give me a second. Okay, we're back now with Jack Turner to take this goal kick. And it's Slough with this 1-0 lead, given some 25 seconds into the start of the second half. And Turner just waiting for his players to get further forward. Plays it out here towards Saw. Saw's up against Ming. Ming wins a header. And it'll come out here to Lee Togwell. Togwell just turns away and finds Sean Fraser. Fraser plays the ball forward looking for Coles. Coles just trying to flick the ball on. Ben Harris gambles on it, but Kamara's there first for Dulwich. And then cleared by Taylor. Ball played downfield for Akinyemi. Collis wins the header and then through to Sam Togwell towards Lee. Sam Togwell clears up but breaks for Cargo. In towards Carew. Carew finds Cook down this near hand side. Cook's in a lot of the ball down this near side. Crosses in first time. To the back post. It's an equaliser for Dulwich Hamlet. It comes from the substitute Akinyemi. And on 56 minutes it's an equaliser for Dulwich. Again it's the same thing down this near hand side. Cook, the right back, is in acres of space. And again he puts a cross in. This time the cross was much better. And Akinyemi comes through and powers his header home from 6 yards. It's 1-1. And Slough are giving Dulwich far too much space on the ball down this left-hand side. And now the Dulwich fans behind the goal have found their voices. Malcolm thinks I need a beer. I do need something. Slough with the ball here towards Saw. Saw's inside towards Lee Togwell. Loses the ball. And now it's Dulwich Hamlet on the front foot here towards Rose. It's offside there against Akinyemi. And Slough are just lucky there that they're not really on the ball here since they've scored that goal. They've taken their eye off it. And Slough are going to warm up a couple of substitutes just to be on the safe side here, but it's 1-1 here at Arbour Park. Turner takes this free kick, aimed towards Dobson. Dobson up against Cook. Cook wins the header, but Simon Dunn will get there first and tries to go round Cook on the outside. Gets across in, but it's blocked, and it's here towards Carbo. Carbo can clear, and Sam Togwell wins the ball. Plays it out here towards Saw. Saw's trying to flick it on, but Ming can hook the ball clear. Hollis with the header finds Simon Dunn. Dunn just gets buffeted there by Carew, and it's a free kick to Slough. And Slough take it quickly here with Dobson. Dobson crosses first time. That's a too deep across. Ben Harris actually does really well to keep it in, but he doesn't keep it in because the lineman says it goes out of play. It's out to go away for a goal. Cook. And Slough have just got to be careful here because Dulwich will go back to how they normally start with the two centre backs going wide towards the corner flags, and it is played out towards Taylor. Taylor plays it back in towards Edwards. Ben Harris almost gets to the ball. It's back out here with Taylor now. And Taylor can bring the ball forwards here for Dulwich. The centre gives the ball away poorly. Back here towards Coles. Coles trying to turn. Needs a bit of help here. He's got to Dobson there. Plays it behind Dobson. And it allows Carew to bring the ball out. George Wells comes across and intercepts for Slough. And then plays it down. Dobson is on side down this left-hand side. Dobson's got a lot of space. Comes through the byline, plays the ball across with power. Oh, brilliantly caught by Edwards as the ball came across. And Edwards rolls it out here towards Vos. Game opening up here now this second half. Ball played in and Dulwich again have got numbers forwards. Ball played out towards Cook again, the right back further forward. Skips past the challenger Wells, running with the ball. Takes a shot from distance. It's not the best of shots, it's wide of the goal. But again, Cook coming down this right hand side is seeing so much space down here. And Slough just aren't coping with the fact that Cook running down this overlap. And again he's had time, but this time nothing comes of it. 1-1 here at Arbour Park. Second half has come to like 2 goals in the second half. And makes it a bit better than the first half. As Turner takes this goal kick. Floodlights just start to come on. Sawers tries to flick on in towards Coles. Coles first time! It's a goal again to Perry Coles! Oh, it's not a goal because it's been ruled out for offsides. We're all getting excited. Come down. It's still 1-1. Coles scores. It's offside though by the linesman on the far hand side, and the flag went up very quickly. And one of the assistant coaches at Dulwich is using some rather colourful language behind in his bench there. It's a free kick here though to Dulwich Hamlet for the offside. And Edwards takes again. Cook is further forward here down his right and wins the header. Breaks inside here towards Tomlin. Tomlin just overruns the ball. Back out here towards Vose. Vose spreads it to the left back Ming. Ming comes back in towards Vose. Holds the ball up well. Togwell tries to get to him. Vose just skips past his challenge and then plays it out here to Akinyemi. Back out here towards Vose. Looks up. Plays the ball to Kamara, the Dulwich captain, inside his own half. Gives the ball away though, but well won back by Carew. Carew trying to play the ball for again down his right hand side to Cook. Slough, have they not noticed this guy's on the pitch? Thankfully for Slough, he's just put that cross way up in the guy. Someone has got to realise that he's standing there. It's every time Cook has got in behind the Slough defence about 5 times down this right hand side, and he put the cross in for the goal. His crossing has been terrible otherwise. But the one time he puts a bit of quality in, Dulwich have equalised, but Slough just decided to let him have all the room in the world. Turner with this kick for Slough. Aim towards Dobson. Dobson up against Carlbo. Bounces round. Comes here, tries to get to Coles, but it's sort of cleared by Taylor. Taylor up and Hollis wins the header, only as far as Carew. Carew plays the ball out now on the far hand side. Here with Vose. Dobson just again cooking a bit of space on the right. Ball played in here though towards Tamlin. Just overruns the ball. Togwell with a challenge, but the ball breaks in. It finds Cook again down this near hand side. Cuts inside towards Carew. Carew's going to spread it across to Vose. Vose has plenty of time. So now just not sure what to do here. Ball played in, intercepted by Wells, and Wells will bring the ball forwards for the Rebels. Travelled 30-40 yards. Then plays it outside here for Coles. Coles trying to flick the ball on, but falls backwards as he plays it. It's gone straight out of play for a goal kick. But Slough at the moment just can't cope with the fact that Dulwich are coming down this near hand side and coming in with a lot of space. And ball played in here towards Carew, back in towards Cargo. Cargo plays the ball forwards, looking for Akinyemi. He's onside. He's going to get to the ball first. He's trying to go past and shoot. He gets a chance to shoot. Oh, he's hit the post. Ball's bounced out, and Slough again are just giving Dulwich too much time. Ball played in towards Ben Harris, over his head, here towards Cook. Cook now running down this near hand side, skips past the challenge 1, past 2. Wells has had to come across and close it down, and Slough really must do something about this. Cook is ram-raiding down this right hand side, and not a single player is put it. He just skipped past 2 challenges before he Wells had to come across. It's a throw for Dulwich Hamlet, halfway inside the Slough half. Taken in towards Carew. Carew, big and strong, holds the ball up here to Carbo. Overruns it a little bit, but finds his ball out towards Vose. Vose then finds it out here towards Craig Taylor. Taylor coming forwards to centre back, being urged to bring it in. Plays it a little too wide to Lee Togwell, and gets there first for Slough. And now this runs through. He's got Ming on him as well, but Ming gets there first and wins it back. And again, it's played out here towards Carew. Inside towards Tomlin. Tomlin just closed down by George Wells. He does well to win the tackle, and then Dunn finds Dobson back in towards Wells. In towards Dobson here, who's just been closed down. Plays it down the line here, but Ben Harris in the wrong position. It's played back to the goalkeeper by Cargbo, and it's here with the goalkeeper Edwards. In towards Vose. Vose just on the edge of his 18-yard box, has to turn and go back towards his goalkeeper. Good chasing down by Lee Togwell. Plays the ball forwards, headed away by Hollis. Saws gets there first for Slough, finds Dunn. Dunn just takes it wide for a little bit and then brings the ball forwards down that right hand side. Cuts inside against Sanchez Ming, finds Togwell. Togwell under pressure, but finds the ball out towards Saws. Saws will find Dobson. Dobson, Saws just got caught there, and the ball played in towards Coles. Coles turns, but just turns right into Carbo, and the clearance is poor. It's intercepted by George Wells. And Wells sees off the challenge of Akinyemi and comes down this left-hand side. Akinyemi still with him. Ball inside towards Harris. Harris does well to turn inside the box. Gets a chance to play it across. Oh! He played a shot come cross. I think he's looking for a corner, but he did really well. And he was too far in front of the two players inside the box for Slough. And it's out for a goal kick. 1-1 still the score as we come up to 20 minutes gone of this second half. And it looks like we're going to see a substitution for the Rebels. Coming on is number 14, who is Scott Davies. And coming off, surprisingly, is the goalkeeper Louis Swords. And that substitute is on 65 minutes. And Swords has scored his first goal for the Rebels this afternoon on 25 seconds of that second half. But it's Scott Davies. We've got a wasp that's come to visit us. There you go, fly away, well done. It looks as though Scott Davies is going to go more to the right hand side of midfield. And the ball played here from Edwards, headed by Hollis, heads it the wrong way, but wins a free kick there for a foul. And it's a free kick here to Slough. Looked to be taken quickly, but Dulwich player stood in front of the ball. And the referee says to take it again. Graham Matthews on the comments chat room said that fans have said that Coles was onside when he scored, but unfortunately the linesman gave it as offside and it doesn't count. Still 1-1 here at Arbour Park. Jack Turner to take this free kick for Slough. And he's just waiting for the referee just to blow his whistle. Blows it here, played out towards Dobson. Cook wins the header, flicked on by Clunes. Hollis gets there first. Now looking for a free kick here, but Kenny wins the ball and finds Carew. Carew the ball over the top, looking for Clunes, headed away by Togwell and in towards Wells. Wells with the ball, trying to find Ben Harris. Ben Harris just stretches but can't keep the ball in, unfortunately, but it's out of play for a throw to Dulwich on the far hand side. And the ball played across the 18-yard box to Kamara. And his ball forwards gets Tomlin on the chest. Sam Togwell will get there first. And then skips past the challenge in towards Dunn. Dunn under pressure immediately though from Cargbo. Here towards Wells. Wells chased down by Akinyemi. It goes back towards goalkeeper Turner. Turner's come way out of his box and Turner plays the ball down the field. Comes off the header Cook and Coles will try and get there. Cargbo wins the header though and heads it back to the goalkeeper. And the ball's here with the goalkeeper Edwards. He just drops the ball a couple of feet outside of his penalty area and plays it through. And it's come out here now on the far hand side and spread out towards Ming. Ming has a bit of space to run down that right hand side. And he's up against Fraser, but inside here towards Vos. Vos with the ball in finds Tomlin. Tomlin's a little flick, but it's intercepted by Wells. And he's got Dobson in front of him. Wells will go on his own and then finds Davies. Davies tries a lovely ball. It comes through to Coles. Coles will try and find Dobson. Dobson's got a bit of space here. He's going to shoot for... Oh, it's a poor shot by Dobson. And it's way off target by Slough. And he could have taken that a little bit further on, but took it early and took it well wide of the goal. There are goals are flying in the National League South. In some of the other games in it. One of those is a surprise score while we wait for Edwards to take this thing. It's Bath City 2, Western Supermare 0. Billericay 2, St Albans 2. It's Concord Rangers 0, Welling 5. Dartford 1, East Thurrock 1, Eastbourne 1, Woking 1. Gloucester 0, Torquay 0, Hampton Richmond 1, Chippenham 0. Hemel 2, Chelmsford 3. And Truro 1, Hungerford 2. Those are your scores so far. The ball played out here towards Cook. Inside towards Carew. He turns and finds Cargbo. Cargbo plays it in towards Akinyemi. He finds Cook again down his right hand side. Trying to come up against George Wells. Trying to make space for a cross. Gets his cross in towards the far post. And Ming will try and keep that in there. And it doesn't. It goes out of play for a throw to the Rebels on the far side. And it's going to be Scott Davies who will take this throw. Dave's just taking his time with this throw on this far hand side. Long throw by him, trying to find Ben Harris. Harris wins the flick on. Flicked on again by Togwell. And it's time for Coles to just bring it down in towards Dobson. Back in towards Coles. He leaves it for Togwell. Back out towards Coles. Coles just lets the ball run between his legs and trums inside towards Dobson. Dobson trying to flick it back in towards Coles. Coles with a chance to score. He just hits it straight at the goalkeeper. And should have done a bit better with that ball there, did Perry Coles. But I had to get a quick shot away. And the ball's here with Carew, Vos, and then Cargbo, bringing it out here towards Taylor. Taylor finds Cluners, who's been fairly quiet. He's been intercepted by Sam Togwell in towards Simon Dunn. Finds George Wells, being chased by Akinyemi. Referee stands in the way and it's played out here towards Davies. Davies with the ball down, headed off, being it's actually come off a handball there by the referee. He's given a foul against Dulwich Hamlet. It's a free kick for Slough. 70 minutes gone here. 1-1 is the score. And yet another kid walks past with a lovely looking ice cream from the ice cream man. Slough take this free kick. Ben Harris with a header. What a save by Preston Edwards. Ben Harris just flicks the ball on. Edwards gets a really good hand to it. And it's out for a corner to Slough. And just when you think that Slough out of it here and not playing well, they get a chance like that from that free kick. And it's Dobson to take this free kick. He's just getting some instructions from Lee Togwell about what free kick, corner kick, situation they're going to do. And it's Dobson to take this corner. Whips in free. Oh, it's a free header for Guy Hollis. He was totally unmarked. And he just heads it way over the top of the bar. All he had to do was try and direct that towards the target. And it's never mind, it's a goal kick. And the referee just waiting for another ball to come in. We've just run out of footballs. So it'll be a goal kick to Dulwich Hamlet when the game starts. Small number of Dulwich fans start some singing behind their goal. As Edwards looks to take this goal kick. And again, Cook, the right back, is one of the furthest forwards here for Dulwich. Ball played in and it comes all the way through here towards Sean Fraser. And Fraser plays the ball down the field looking for Ben Harris. Taylor with the header away. Vos takes the ball down, but Togwell gets his body inside and wins it for Slough. And then skips past the challenge. Comes around the right side, tries to get across in. It comes out here towards Ben Harris on the edge of the box. Step over by him, and then shoots and puts it way over the top of the bar. And another effort for Slough. And they've really got to make these efforts count here at the moment. They're not doing it, and yet again, it's another game where they're not making these efforts they have count. Ball play forward, so it will go straight out of play. And that'll be a throw to the Rebels. Thrown in towards Dobson. Dobson's touch will come back out here towards Wells. Wells heads the ball on. It's hooked clear in the end, but Wells tries to get there first. Cluness steals it off him and a chance for him to run. Dunn comes back. Oh, great defending by Simon Dunn, who wins the ball back and finds Scott Davies with the ball. Davies bringing the ball forward. Just trying to skip past the challenge of Vos. Plays it down the field line here for Ben Harris. Tries to get there, gets a touch on it. Ball still in play. Crosses first time. Coles can't get there. He's looking for a foul. But goes down quite easy. Just barged off the ball was little Perry Coles. Here towards Sam Togwell. Sam Togwell's header finds his brother Lee Togwell. And gets there first. Headed on towards Dobson. Dobson with a chance to run into the box. He's been held up here by Kamara. Plays it straight. Oh my word. He's drilled it across the goal. And it must have got a touch off a Dulwich player. If it got a touch off a Slough player, it would have been a goal. It's gone wide at the goal. It's out for a corner to the Rebels. That is a cracking cross by James Dobson. It just needed a touch from a Slough player, but no one in there to get a touch. It's a corner on the far hand side. And James Dobson to take this one. This will be an in-swinging corner here for Slough. Coles goes to the near post. Ball played into the box. Edwards has to get a touch to it. And the ball will be kept in here by Perry Coles. And he crosses the ball back into the box. This time Edwards comes and punches clear again. Comes back out here towards Dobson. Hits his shot. It gets blocked by Taylor. It's out of play for a throw on the far hand side. Slough just in the ascendancy here a little bit at the moment, but they've got to be careful of the break. Yeah, the ball's back here with Scott Davies. Davies has the ball. Needs a bit of movement. He's got Dobson running down his left, but plays it inside here towards Simon Dunn. Dunn plays it in. It's missed everyone and run through to the goalkeeper, Edwards. And now the Dulwich fans are in good voice. As the ball's here with the goalkeeper, Edwards. Edwards, ball long down line for Clunis to chase, but it's cooked clear by Lee Togwell. He's got time to turn and turns into Clunis. Ball breaks here towards Tomlin. Tomlin just being forced away from goal and finds Ming the left back. Not Ming the merciless, Ming the left back. Ball played across here from Vos towards Carew. Carew turns away from Dobson. In back here towards Vos. Vos just looks up, he's got time on the ball and plays it back in here towards Tomlin on the edge of the box. Back out here towards Cook. Cook, the right back, seeing a lot of the ball down this right side. Little trick trying to get there. Great tackle there by Ben Harris. Blocks that one. And it's out for a throw to Dulwich. Looks like Slough are going to make a second substitution. Ball comes in quickly though from Cargbo. In here towards Carew. Carew just skips a challenge. In towards Glumden. Back into here towards Akinyemi. Akinyemi comes in. Sliding challenge by Sam Togwell, who then gets up and volleys the ball clear, and then Ben Harris heads it out, and you'll see a substitution for the Rebels. Coming off is Ben Harris, being replaced by Chris Flood. That on 76 minutes. So it's Ben Harris coming off and Chris Flood coming off. Ben Harris getting a huge round of applause here today for his performance. And just high fives a little kid there down the front. And another one. So Ben's fan club is growing there. And Ben, this kid just got that hurt. That's going to be a throw here by Dulwich Hamlet for Cook to take. Level with the 18-yard box of Sloughs. Takes it quickly towards Cargbo. Just overruns it a little bit. Finds the ball here towards Vos. Vos has time on the ball to come across the field. Back in towards Ming. Ming just under pressure from Sean Fraser. Back in towards Vos. When Ming gets the ball back. And then Slough are just pressing here. It's Taylor almost slipped up and gave it to Coles, but Taylor still has the ball, chips the ball forwards, looking for the run of Naira and Clunis, and Sock Davis gets it back. Turner's kick isn't the best, but he manages to find Dunn, and Dunn finds Flood. Flood's first touch of the ball, and he can run at the Dulwich defence, still running with the ball. Challenge comes in, and the referee says that the challenge won the ball, and it's here with Carew, digs it out and finds Vos. Vos just across the halfway line in towards Carew. Again, Cook down this right hand side. Ball's here with Carew. Back in towards Akinyemi, who turns. He's got Cook again on the right hand side. Acres of space for this right back. Gets across into the far post. Headed goalwards, but not enough on it, and it's well saved by Jack Turner in the Slough goal. He gets the call along, looking for the. He's pulling his shirt, referee, and he finally gives a free kick. And the referee doesn't book him, but Kamara's trying to take Coles' shirt off there as he's on the edge of the box, and he's like, he got it right in the end, but I think only because half the crowd actually screamed for it. And it's a free kick here though for Slough. And there's something just going on here that the referee hasn't seen, and the referee just marking the wall back. It's got to be 28 yards away because he's maybe 25. They're literally a foot, and it looks as though it's Scott Davies and James Dobson standing over this free kick. It looks as though, Ming is never 10 yards away from that ball. And it's going to be Dobson to take it. Hits it straight at the wall. It comes back out here though to Scott Davies, who crosses at the far post. Togwell just turns away from Kamara, trying to keep the ball in, Sam Togwell, and finds Simon Dunn. Dunn takes a couple of touches, being chased down here by Tomlin. Back here towards Fraser. Fraser has to get there first. And it's cooked clear in the end by Dulwich. Hollis has just volleyed that totally the wrong way, and it's gone out for a throw to Dulwich Hamlet down the near hand side. Good afternoon to Michael O'Loughlin, who's listening in. And wait for this throw to come in before you go see some updated scores. And it's Ming to take this throw on the far hand side, halfway inside the Slough half. And the referee just watching Ming as he's already done a foul throw already this afternoon. This time he throws it here, looking for Akinyemi down by the corner flag. Just being chased down by two Slough players. Akinyemi still has the ball right on the corner flag. It's almost as if he's playing for a draw here, trying to hold the ball up. It's come off Slough player last. It's out for a throw to Dulwich right by that corner flag. And it's going to be Ming to take the throw on that far hand side. And tries to find Vos. Vos trying to shake the ball off. Comes off done for a corner to Dulwich Hamlet. So we're into the last 10 minutes of the second half here. And Slough got to be careful. Cargbo, Taylor and Kamara have gone forwards for this ball. So Slough with some defending to do here. As the ball's whipped into the centre. Free header for Davies to head away. It comes out here towards Cargbo. He's chased down by Sean Fraser down this near hand side. Plays the ball down the line and comes off Tomlin last. It's a throw to Slough. I think Slough will just wait for Guy Hollis to come across to take this to throw this one down the field. And Guy Hollis does come across to take this throw into the last 10 minutes here. Long ball down the field looking for Dobson. Dobson flicks it on towards Coles. Coles in towards Flood. Flood can't get there. Taylor just gets a foot to it. It's headed on well though and breaks for Tomlin. Tomlin just puts it high up in the air. And Akinyemi has come from an offside position, so it's a free kick to Slough, which Turner will take for the Rebels. And a long kick aimed to Flood on the far hand side. Flood up against Taylor, comes off the head of Taylor. It'll be a throw to Slough on the far side. Scott Davies is already there, but I think they're going to leave this for Guy Hollis to take. Sam Togwell has gone forwards for this throw. It's going to be Guy Hollis around about 12 yards from the corner flag. And just waiting for a bit of movement inside the box here before he puts this throw in. Hollis with this long throw into the box. And it's bounced, headed away. Comes back out towards Scott Davies. He takes it under control. Oh, he tries to play it in towards Coles. Intercepted well. And it's hooked clear in the end by Vos towards Akinyemi. Akinyemi forgets to take the ball but keeps hold of it. Inside here towards Tomlin. Tomlin flying Carew. Carew spreads it out towards Ming. Ming's got plenty of space on that right hand side. Sorry, the Slough right hand side. The left hand side for Dulwich. Cuts it inside though again to Vos. And the ball played in here to Akinyemi. Almost fell through to Clunes, but it's hooked clear by Togwell. But the ball still here with Dulwich with Ming on the far side. Ming then spreads it down this near hand side towards Akinyemi. Akinyemi, score of the equaliser. Back out here towards Vos. Vos on the edge of the 18-yard box. Tries to skip a place and shoots, and it's just skips through to Jack Turner in the Slough goal. It's an easy save for the Slough custodian to make. And it's going to be Jack Turner with the ball in his hands to play away. Just drops it a couple of feet outside of his penalty box. And then launches a long kick down the field here, aimed towards Chris Flood. Flood just fouls Cook there, and it's a free kick to Dulwich Hamlet. And they're going to let Edwards take this. Edwards has made a couple of really good saves in this game so far. And it's Edwards, the goalkeeper, to take this free kick for Dulwich. And plays it down the field here, looking for Cook. Headed away by George Wells. It's Carew who gets the ball first. It's a lazy kick by him, comes off Dobson. And Cook wants to take it quickly, but there's no movement in front. And in the end, throw finds Cargbo in towards Vos. Vos with the ball out wide towards Ming down the left-hand side. Ming cuts back inside on his right foot all the time. Here towards Vose. Vose skips past the challenge of Lee Togwell, still running in. Finds Carew. Carew looks to shoot. It's blocked by Slough. Comes through, and it's gone in by Clunies. It's Nolan Clunies who scores the goal on 85 minutes. It was a great challenge by Flood who blocked the shot, but the ball just ricocheted to Clunies. He reacted first to the ball and puts the ball into the back of the net, low into the bottom. It's Slough 1, Dulwich Hamlet 2, and Slough are heading for a second defeat in a row here. Number 7. The tenor announcer just says it's number 7. He's not going to pronounce the name. But Nyron Clunes puts Dulwich Hamlet in the lead here. And Slough just have had the better, but 2 good goals for the visitors here this afternoon. And the ball taken quickly here by Slough, looking for the run of Flood up against Cook. Cook just stoops to head the ball back towards Edwards. And Slough are behind here at Arbour Park. And it's Edwards with this long kick here down the field. Aimed towards Akinyemi. Ball's won by Hollis. Ball play through only to Carbo. Finds Carew. Carew just has the ball. Slough again on the back foot here. In towards Tomlin. Finds the score of the second goal. Clunies. He's tackled well by Wells. And then Dobson plays it forward. Poor ball by Dobson. It's one back, but Dobson tries to get there first. And the ball will go out of play for a throw to Dulwich Hamlet. And you'll see a third and final substitution for the Rebels. It's Lee Togwell coming off. Coming on is Warren Harris. And that's just to give Slough an extra attacker here as they need to go for this now. And it's still going to be a throw though to Dulwich Hamlet. That's appearance number 199 for the Rebels for Warren Harris. And it's going to be Cook, the right back, to take this. And headed away by Sam Togwell. Comes towards Scott Davis. Finds Togwell. As ball's closed down by Clunies. Comes off him last. It's a throw to Slough deep inside their own half. And Slough here just behind here at Arbour Park. Sun starts to come out now. Comes off the head of Cook. Dunn tries to get there, but it's going to come through here towards Davies. Davies will spread it out towards Fraser, just a little bit behind him, but he finds Warren Harris. Harris's first touch tries to go past Ming, but Ming plays it off and it goes out of play for a throw to Slough. And Fraser wants to take it quickly in towards Scott Davis. Heavy touch by him, but he gets there and then gets caught there. And just caught there was Davis, and that's the first yellow card of the game. And it goes to Ashley Carew for that challenge. So Carew, the first player in the book. 2 minutes of added time to go. And it's ball played in. It's headed away though by Carew. Comes out here towards Wells. Wells takes a touch. Hits it from distance. Oh, it's well wide of the goal. And out of play. And the Dulwich fans making a bit of noise here now this afternoon as they're in the lead 2-1. Got 2 minutes of normal time plus added time to go. And it looks like Slough. You can see a substitution for Dulwich just to waste a bit of time here. Cook just being told by his manager to mostly run as far away as possible. Edwards takes this goal kick for Dulwich. It's come off the head of Akinyemi. It's chased by Slough. It comes off the Dulwich player's head last. It's a throw to Slough. And there's going to be a substitution here for Dulwich Hamlet. Coming off is number 9, Gavin Tomlin. Coming on is number 16, is Nathan Green. So Tomlin just slowly making his way off. The referee has just had to go across to tell him to get off the pitch. And Tomlin just very slowly coming off here for Dulwich Hamlet. And it's the Dulwich fans in the good voice here behind. Today's attendance is 1,010. And Simon Dunn has been made man of the match by the Slough Town sponsors. I don't know what game they've been watching to make Simon Dunn man of the match, but there you go. Hollis to take this long throw for Slough, halfway inside his own half. It's headed away by the substitute Green, comes through to Togwell. Sam Togwell that is. Davis trying to skip past, loses the ball. Played forwards here, looking for the run of Clunis, but bounces through to Turner. Turner just hoofing that ball down the field here. Underneath it, 4 minutes of added time. Ball breaks here towards Simon Dunn. Dunn back here towards Sam Togwell. Togwell chips the ball in towards George Wells. Wells just has to come and meet the ball. Skips past the challenge. Finds Simon Dunn. Dunn, he's lost the ball to Clunis and it's played forwards, but Sam Togwell wins it back for Slough just as it was breaking for Akinyemi. And then it's chipped forwards here by Fraser to find Warren Harris. Harris in a bit of space, and Harris is adjudged to have fouled the substitute. And that disallowed goal by Perry Coles for Slough. Apparently a lot of people level with it, said he was onside, but that goal could have changed the game. We'll give you the full-time scores as well. But at the moment, Dulwich Hamlet are hanging on here for the 3 points. And it's Preston Edwards that takes his free kick from the edge of his 18-yard box. Hammered down for Akinyemi. It's flicked on towards Clunis. He's already scored one goal. Can he do it? He's just run into a crowd full of players. Davis heads it back towards Turner. It's now being urged to get as many down the field as possible. Long kick here by Turner. Taylor's underneath that one. Free header for him. Heads it high into the overcast sky. Davis just heads it back in. Slough haven't got many numbers up front. Here towards Sam Togwell. He heads it on. Warren Harris up against a substitute. Green wins the header. Only as far as Davis. Davis finds Sean Fraser. Just Fraser has to stretch in towards Simon Dunn. Dunn being chased down and loses the ball. And then it almost broke for Akinyemi. Comes off him last. And it will be a throw to Slough. And Hollis takes it quickly and finds Jack Turner. We've got around about 2 minutes of the added time still to play. Ball played forwards. That's aimless. Easy for Cook to bring down and play forwards. Togwell wins the header. Underneath it is Dobson, who just, it's a good pass in the end towards Simon Dunn. Dunn running with the ball, overruns it again, and it's tackled by Ming, who's moved into a central midfield position with Green playing the left back. Ball's here towards Vose. Vose up against Warren Harris. Vose running with the ball at the Slough goal. Slough looking a little bit tired here. Vose finds the substitute Green. Green just comes back to Vose, and they'll come all the way back here to Taylor. Taylor plays it back towards the goalkeeper. Coles will chase it as he has done all night. Taylor Edwards with the ball forwards. It's too much over and it's not been kept in. It's a throw to Slough deep inside, about halfway inside, the Dulwich Hamlet half. And Guy Hollis has gone forwards to take this throw for Slough. I reckon we've got about a minute and 20 seconds of this added time left. Slough looking for a late equaliser here. It's Hollis to put this long throw into the box. I don't know if he can throw it that far. Ball played in, bounces to the edge of the box towards Simon Dunn, to Warren Harris. Ball bouncing around, still bouncing around. Dunn goes down and it's gone out for a goal kick to Dulwich. And Edwards just being told by the referee to hurry it up a little bit here, as he's looking to just waste a little bit of time. But as it is, Slough heading for a second defeat in the row over this bank holiday weekend. And a crowd of 1,010 here today have witnessed a much better second half. And Dulwich headed away by Sam Togwell. Dobson trying to get there. Cook's got his body in the way. And Dobson throws him to the ground. And then Cook goes a bit mad. And I think Cook's saying to him, I'm going to meet you in the dressing room. It's a free kick. And he's, I think he's just wasting a bit of time here. It's a throw, in fact, that's been given, not a free kick. And it's going to be Cook to take this throw. And long throw down. Headed away by Wales in towards Dunn. Finds Dobson. Back in towards Dunn. Slough need to get it down the other end. Wales hooks the ball clear down looking for Warren Harris. Harris beaten to the ball by Taylor. Comes through here and it doesn't matter because it's the final whistle here. And it's finished. Dulwich Hamlet 1. Slough Town 2. Cook wants to have a fight with James Dobson for some strange reason. So it's kicking off a little bit here. And he's just being held back by some of his players. And Dobson's going over to try and apologise. But it's finished on this Bank Holiday Monday. And it's finished here. It's Slough Town 1, Dulwich Hamlet 2. The two Slough managers just going over to the Dulwich right back just to make sure. And Dobson's just come across as well. And it all ends up all nice and sensible now. But it's Dulwich Hamlet that go back to London with the 3 points here this afternoon. 2 goals in the second half for them. And the goals coming from the substitute Dippo Akinyemi on 56 minutes, and then the winner by Nyron Clooney, who scored against Slough last year. Scored in the 88th minute, wins the game for Dulwich, and Slough suffered 2 defeats in a row for the first time in quite a long time. Slough players going over to the Slough fans behind the goal, who'd made a good bit of noise throughout the game. But yet again, Slough have missed a handful of chances. I can tell you that during this game, Slough had 16 efforts at goal, of which 7 were off target, so 9 on target, and they could only score 1 goal. It's been the story of their season so far, but unfortunately they still can't put those chances that they create into the back of the net. The Dulwich players going over to the Dulwich fans who have travelled well here this afternoon. But it has finished here at Arbour Park. Slough Town 1, Dulwich 2. I'll try to find you the full-time scores from the other games as well. And we'll just try and get you those full-time scores from the other ones. But it's the Dulwich fans making all the noise here at Arbour Park this evening as they're leaving. I can tell you some of the scores in the league are this. It's Bath City 2, Weston-super-Mare 0, Billericay 3, St Albans 2, Concord Rangers 0, Welling 5, Dartford 2, East Thurrock 0, Eastbourne 1, Woking 2, Gloucester 0, Torquay 0, Hampton and Richmond 2, Chippenham 1. What a match at Hemel Hempstead. Hemel Hempstead 3, Chelmsford 5. That's where they'll go on Saturdays. Oxford City 3, Willstone 0. That's an upset. And Truro 2, Hungerford 3. What does that mean for the league table? Well, it means that Slough will drop big time here with some not many games ending in a draw. Slough will now drop down to 16th with that defeat, and it means that Dulwich are still below them, but wins for Hungerford Town at the moment means that Slough have dropped down to 16th as it stands. So until then, thank you all for listening. Apologies that we didn't give you the 3 points that you were hoping for, but we will be back on Saturday away to Chelmsford City. Just a reminder, if you are going, please buy your tickets beforehand because that will be a little bit cheaper. But until then, enjoy the rest of your bank holiday weekend. Thank you all for listening and getting in contact. And we're back on Saturday. So until then, enjoy your weekends. Thank you.